What's up, everybody? So today I'm going to show you guys 5 exercises that you can do at home, at the gym, when you're on vacation, literally anywhere. Now, these exercises you can do with your body weight, with some weights or resistance bands, depending on how much challenge you want to put on yourself. All right, I'm going to show you guys what these 5 exercises are. So let's get started. All right, so first exercise is a deadlift. This is one of my favorite exercises to build the legs and the glutes. With the deadlifts, what you're gonna do is you're gonna stand nice and tall. Your feet are gonna be about hip width apart, and then you're going to do a hinge position. Now, a hinge is when you bring your hips back. So think as if you're going to sit on a chair. And as you're doing this, you don't want your knees locked in. So don't lock them in. You want a nice soft knee as you're hinging back. And you also don't want your shoulders to be rounded. You want to bring your shoulders back. You want a nice neutral spine. And then you're going to come down into your deadlift. And you're going to feel that nice pull in your hamstring. Drive it up and then repeat. All right, if you want to use weights for the deadlift, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, your palms are facing towards you. And as you come down into your deadlifts, you want to make sure that the weight is fairly close to your legs as you're coming down and up. And that is a deadlift. All right, next exercise is a B Stance Glute Bridge. So we're going to come and lay down on our mat. We're going to place our feet on the ground. One leg is going to come out, and we're going to place the heels of our foot onto the ground. The other one, we are going to keep it planted on the ground, and we're going to drive our hips up, squeezing those glutes, release, and then repeat. Now, all of the work is going to be on that leg that's planted on the ground, and this leg is just there for stability. So if you guys want more of a challenge and want to use weights, this is how you're going to place the weights. So once you're in position, you're going to place the weight across your hips, and then you're just going to drive your hips up, squeeze those glutes, bring it down, and repeat. All right, next up is the Sumo Squat. Now for the Sumo Squat, you are going to place your feet wider than shoulder width. Your feet are going to be at about a 45-degree angle. And when you are coming down into your squat, you want to make sure that your knees are not caving in. You want them aligned with the toes, and then you're going to drive it up. Now, another thing to keep in mind when you're doing the sumo squat is when you're coming down, you don't want your chest leaning forward. You want a nice tall chest. And so it's going to look like this. You're going to come down. Okay, nice tall chest. You don't want to lean forward, because when you lean forward, that's when you start feeling pain in your lower back, and that's not what we want. All right, and then your glutes are parallel to the ground, and then bring it up. All right, if you want to add a bit of a challenge, you're going to add weights to that. You're going to have your weights in between your legs, get into position, and then just do your sumo squats. All right, B Stance RDL. Now for this one, you are going to place one foot on the ground. The other foot, you're going to be on the ball of your foot. All this is doing is going to help with your balance. All of the work is going to be on that foot that's planted on the ground. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do a hinge position. So for the hinge position, just like the ones that we did for the deadlift, you're going to bring that hip back. Again, feeling that nice pull in your hamstring and then drive it up. Now for the foot that's there for stability and balance, you want it somewhat close to the heel of that planted foot. You don't want it too far out, all right? And then come down into your RDL and then bring it up. Now, if you want more of a challenge, you're going to have the weight on the working leg, so palms facing you. You want your weight to be as close to your leg as possible when you're coming down into your RDL. So very close to your shin, drive it up, and repeat. All right, last but not least, step ups. Now for the step ups, you can use a chair, stairs, a step stool, a bench, whatever you have, you can use as long as you can step up on it. Now for this exercise, you're going to plant one foot on the chair or whatever it is that you're using. You're going to kind of lean forward just a little bit. You don't want to lean too far forward, just a nice little lean here, and you're going to really feel that in your glutes. And then you are going to come up into that step up and then come back down. Now, when you guys are doing this, just remember to keep your knees aligned with the toes. You don't want that knee caving in. And also too, when you're coming down, just come slightly on that ball of the foot and drive it back up. Okay, if you want to add weights to this, you are going to hold the weight on the working leg and palm facing towards you. Okay, you can use a chair, the chair, or whatever it is that is near you for balance, and then you are just going to do the exercise. All right, so those are the 5 exercises that you can do at home. And if you guys have any suggestions for other videos, please leave it down in the comments below. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, be safe out there. Love you guys.